Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk about things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our midweek reading and we're going to do some page pulls, all of my favorite things. I'm going to use a book that I've never used before. It's The Magic Path of Intuition by Florence Scovel Shinn. It's one of my favorites. And as I was getting ready, a page kind of opened up. So I'm going to use that page. I already opened Sacred Space. So let's dive right in. This message is for somebody out there. Lesson number 10. All that the fourth dimension affords is yours. You will obtain magic results when you really give this supreme intelligence the right of way. The fourth dimensional world is the world of perfect ideas. As these ideas are established in consciousness, they must come forth on the external, for your world is crystallized thought. Most people have crystallized wrong conditions, for they have served fear instead of faith. It takes a great stretch of the imagination to believe that life can be made perfect, free from all unhappy experiences. Then when you do believe it, it takes a great effort of will to keep on believing when all outward appearances are against you. Judge not by appearances. All miracles are founded upon this idea. We can change conditions only by not believing by appearances. I said to a woman who was in great distress, none of these appearances fools you. It gripped her consciousness and the divine plan of her good won out. We can no longer have the faith of a peasant. We must have an understanding of faith. Through knowledge of spiritual law, we control conditions. While talking to a student who was confronted by a financial problem, I said, stand aside and let God do it. She replied, that's all there is to it. And soon a new channel, my throat chakra is going nuts. Soon a new channel opened for her supply. Yes, that is all there is to it. Let God do it. After all your reading and studying of metaphysics and ancient philosophies, you find that they are teaching you just one thing. Let God do it. I say this all the time. God pays my bills. And it always happens, you guys. I can't even tell you how many magical money stories I have. Eastern philosophy says, let the warrior within you fight. Countless times, this idea appears in all sacred writings. North American Indians believe that the Great Spirit is the source of their power. A woman who visited the Indians told me she had interviewed an Indian who had been running all day carrying a message. She asked him if he did not feel fatigued. He replied, me no tired, big spirit in me runs. Trusting God must become a habit, and it often takes a long time to form this habit. I was inspired by reading about Omaha, the famous racehorse in the paper. The article said, Omaha has run a mile before he gets into his stride. I said at one of my meetings, there are a lot of Omahas in this room. You have not yet gotten into your spiritual stride, but I see you all winning your race in the twinkling of an eye. Often discontent keeps you from getting into your stride. You are dissatisfied with yourself and conditions. You wish you were someone else. How wonderful to be a beautiful movie star or Hyris with countless millions. One of many trips to London, I saw advertised the wonderful title of a song. It was called I'm Tickled to Death I'm Me. The first start toward success is to be glad you are yourself and know that the ground you are on is holy ground and that you expand into the divine of your life, the divine plan. In the divine plan, every righteous desire of the heart is satisfied. You are the leading lady in your life scenario. You never take a back seat in the fourth dimension. The divine plan unfolds through following intuition. How powerful is that? It's a beautiful rose. And it says, we prove God by showing active faith, which puts to flight all adverse appearances. There's nothing left out in the fourth dimension. So I know that was a long story, but we have the ability to call in anything that's for our highest good. And the universe will bring it if we ask. I always say our angels and guides are up there like, hello, when are you going to use us? We're waiting for you. I had a session yesterday with a woman who she's very abundant. She grew up in poverty, but now she's very abundant and she's still feeling like she needs a little bit more to do her mission. So I said, ask for it. It's okay to ask for $100,000. You say God will provide, the universe will provide. And she wasn't feeling the magic. She wasn't feeling love. She wasn't believing that there was this love, this higher intelligence that is filled with love because of all the corruption in the world and all the chaos. And she was losing her connection to her magic. So I feel like the magic path of intuition is so unique that I found this book this morning because I felt like it was a message for everybody. We feel like sometimes we lose that magic within us. And oh, shoot, my low battery just went on. Hold on 1 second. All right. I'm not going to lose you guys. Okay. Hopefully I can get this cord out of the way. We're going to pull some cards too, but I feel like we've all lost our, not all, I shouldn't generalize. Stop me from generalizing. But I feel like some of us are losing that zest. We're losing that excitement for the journey. We're forgetting that we have to fill our own cup up. And when you're feeling this way, you have to go take a vacation. You have to take a break. You have to reconnect to your source and to your inner child. And you got to go play or do something. I know I just booked a trip and I'll be leaving next week. And I'm so excited that I took the leap and I did it. Even though there's a lot going on in my life right now, I know it's what I need. You can even hear it in my voice. I'm just not my normal, chipper, magical self. And we all are struggling, especially if you're living in a time where it's cold and it's gloomy and there's not a lot of sunshine. Sometimes we have to take action to bring ourselves some joy. So let's use my Micah Magic deck and let's see what my daughter, and our angels and guides want us to hear. Just going to do a quick shuffle and then I'm going to spread them out in front of us. Okay. All right, Spirit, what messages do we need to hear? How can we reconnect to our magic? Butterfly Spirit is here to bring you your new wings. Someone's being called to level up. You're being called to make a decision that's out of the ordinary. That's something you would never normally do. Maybe going to a new yoga class, maybe eating different foods, maybe doing a cleanse, going to a sauna. Do something to put yourself in a good feeling state. Free your mind. So where is your fear holding you back? Where is your mind telling you that you can't do that? It's telling you that you can't fly. It's telling you that you don't have enough money or you can't do this thing that you love because you're putting restrictions on yourself. And I feel like the Magic Path to Intuition book is a great resource to teach you how to listen to your intuition. You know, we're going to have fear, and our fear is the beacon that we go towards. I booked my trip yesterday. Everything was smooth and effortless. I was supposed to have jury duty, and that somehow got taken care of. And I got out of that, and it was just like the red carpet was rolled out for me. I'm like, how is this even possible? The cutest little house that I'm going to rent, the Airbnb, it's adorable. Wait until you guys see me filming in it. It's so colorful. There was literally a pillow on the couch that said, this is this is my happy place. And I have that sign in my house above my couch. So I felt like my guides were using that as a little like, yeah, Michelle, this place is right for you. It's safe, it's quiet, it's close to other people that you know. And I didn't know it at the time, but it's just all clicking into place. But what I'm trying to say is last night when I went to bed in the middle of the night, I woke up with fear. I woke up with fear thinking I shouldn't be going and I should stay home. And it's almost like I'm not worthy of the break. And my mind is keeping me trapped and it's not allowing me to break through and have my new wings. So where are you allowing your mind and those fearful thoughts creeping into your life and keeping you from doing what is really best for you? And if you're seeing 444, your angels are moving things for you. So if you feel like you're in a holding spot, I'm hearing that they have you there. It's almost like you're in a cocoon and it's not time to come out like as the butterfly yet. You're still in there. Lady Luck is on your side. So one of the things that I did before booking my trip was I remember where I was. I was getting into my bathtub and I was messaging somebody, and I just was like, put my phone down, and I'm like, you know what? I was like, Spirit, if you want me to go on this trip, please provide me the funds. Please bring me the money beforehand. That would be really, really great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 4 short days later, luck was on my side. Destiny, fate, a manifestation, my energy. I don't know what called it in, but I received a great sum of money that I can use for my trip. And it just came out of thin air. So you can manifest all of your desires if it's for your highest good. You ask for it, you attune your energy to the frequency of love. In my latest talk at the fair, I talked about dancing with the universe. And when you rise, like the dance floor is up here, when you rise up to that dance floor, you are on the frequency of love, joy, peace, and happiness. And if you are down here in fear, like in the middle of the night, I was down here. Fear, worry, anxiety, second guessing myself, judgment, comparison, thinking about all the worst case scenarios. And then when I woke up, I was like, no, that's not true, Michelle. And then I hopped right back up, went for my drive, got my coffee. I'm back in that love frequency again. I'm on the dance floor. I'm dancing with the universe. I'm seeing the angel numbers. So if you are finding yourself out of alignment and you're dropping down out of that bubble of fun and magic, which is what my client was experiencing yesterday. She was out of it and she hired me to give her Reiki, and we brought her back in. One session, I left and her eyes were lit up. She just like it looked like I removed a dark cloud from in her mind and in her heart and in her eyes. I could just see she was exhausted when I got there. And when I left, she looked like a chipper little like girl who was ready to take on the day. And I'm like, man, this is so cool that we can help each other in this way. And the Reiki energy does that to us. So if you've been struggling and you feel just you've lost your magic, book a session to get some body work done, some energy work. Book a reading. There's so many ways for us to kick ourselves back onto the dance floor to dance again, because the world is heavy right now. There's a lot of fear in our world. There's a lot of the unknown, not sure what's coming next. And we have to stay in our flow and know that even if Florence in the 40s, during the Depression, she was manifesting, she was co-creating. And then she was writing about it and teaching about it. And back then, people probably thought she was crazy, right? But we're living in a time where it is just natural. Like we're all learning about it. This is the most awakened our society has ever been on Earth. There's a collective awakening that's happening, and it's way bigger than in the 40s, than any other time on the planet. At least that's what all the spiritual teachers are saying. And if she can rise to the magic during a depression, we can do it too. We just need to be reminded. We need to be around people that can remind us of our magic and remind us that luck is always on our side when we're creating it. And our angels are always wanting to help us. But if we're down here always thinking the worst and thinking, oh, I need the money to do this, or oh, I need that, well, ask for it. And then see and watch it come in, and then it lights you up. Maybe I'll just say that. So when we do get the money, we rise back up, right? We're on the frequency of love, and all of a sudden this trap door opens and all of our desires start flooding in. And hold on one second. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure there's no family emergency. So when the trap door opens, all of the money, desires, and everything comes in, and our mind jumps in and says we're not worthy of it. And then guess what happens? Your ego will drop you back down here, and then you're back in your fearful state saying you're going to lose it. You're not worthy of having it. Like, just like me, I booked my trip yesterday, and this morning I woke up with fear. I'm like, Michelle, you are not fearful. This is going to be fun. It's a quick little vacation. You're going to love it. But we have to be mindful of when we get kicked off the dance floor. We have to get back on, and we have to put ourselves back on. And you need to know habits and routines that can put you back in the flow. Okay. Now we got who is on your mind. Who have you been thinking about? I'm going to get a charm on this. Sorry if it's extra noisy because it's so close to the microphone. Okay, interesting. There's a pumpkin. So this could represent somebody that maybe you connected with in the fall. Or maybe that's their sign. Maybe they're Scorpio. Virgo. Interesting. Pumpkin. Maybe you're going to be reaping all of your rewards, all of your I don't know, your abundant fruits that you've been growing. It's kind of like they're finally, I don't know. I don't know what that, I feel like I need to get a card on that, but I feel like it's obviously something about the fall. And we have Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael. We're gonna do another charm for that. Yeah, so this is my other Archangel Michael charm. It's the saint symbol. And then we have a mermaid. Archangel Michael is saying that you are so unique. You are this beautiful mermaid, and there's so much possibility, and your magic is potent. I just heard your magic is potent. And this could be, I feel like this might be a Scorpio. So you are connecting with somebody who's been on your mind, and they are a Scorpio. And Archangel Michael is bringing this connection together. And yeah, I just want to get another card. Waiting for the perfect wave. Okay. Spirit is moving things. Again, with the angels. Angels are moving things. And who knows, maybe something will happen next fall. I also feel like the mermaid might mean that somebody needs to go into the ocean, into the water, into the sea, into a lake. Being around water is very healing for you. I just feel like there's something else I'm not getting with this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to keep going. What message am I missing? I don't know. I just feel blank. Reclaim your power, 44. This is also a twin flame number. And we also have 4s. Okay, now I feel like I know what it is. So your angels are bringing together this twin flame connection, this deep soulmate, lifetime after lifetime. You have the same soul, same energetic match. And Archangel Michael and your angels and the saints and all of your spirit animals. Yeah. Funny that I just said that and I dropped the animal deck. They are bringing you two together. We have the fox spirit. Think on your feet. So you might have to pivot. You might have to quickly make changes in your life. And I like that we got the mermaid and waiting for the perfect wave. So it's almost like the mermaid is the magician. She is this beautiful, magical, unique being that lives deep down in the emotional waters of herself. And she really knows what she wants and she goes after it. And I keep thinking it's a Scorpio. So whoever's birthday is in Scorpio season, if you are a Scorpio, this message is for you, or maybe it's your person. Okay, I'm going to keep going with the Micah deck. What other message do we need to hear? Revisit your path and see how it all worked out. So when you're getting worried about taking a leap of faith, about waiting for that perfect wave, or you're scared, like look back and see how it all worked out before. And until then, you're resting. Your angels are moving things, remember? You are being admired online. And I just heard that sometimes people have a very, very strong ego, and they create stories, and they think life is supposed to go one way, and they think they're supposed to be with somebody, and they create this elaborate story that they can see how it all connects from the past. And they're like, yeah, we're supposed to be together because this, that, and that. That's all ego. You have to go with how you feel. I was watching a spiritual teacher yesterday, and he was talking about if you're deciding between two people and you're in this love triangle type of situation and you can't decide, you have to close your eyes and think about each person and how they make you feel. What is the feeling that is running through your chakra system? Is it freedom? Is it being open? Is it not feeling constricted? Is it laughter? Is it play? You know, there's no rules. It's just freedom. And then think about the other person. And it's more of like, they look like the part that I want, or the person that I want. They look the part. The money's there. They have a similar job as me. It's like the logical, the ego tries to label and say, well, I want my person to be like this. And that's the other person. Well, that's not your match, because that's all ego. So two egos are going to attract each other. You're going to be intimate with each other and want to be together, because your egos, it's almost like a wounding match until that ego dissipates and falls away. And then all you're left is you're literally like your chakra system. And you're like, what feels good? Who feels good to me? And that's who you end up with. It's an energetic core soul match. And did I just pick a card? Because I don't remember, but this was happen. It will happen. It will come at the end of the month. So I don't remember picking that up, and it was just flipped over. So maybe I did when I was talking, but it will come at the end of the month. Breakdown that builds character. So sometimes we have to kind of see everything we've created and know that it's not being like completely broken down. It's just a pivot. You know, all of a sudden you spent the last 2 years building a relationship, building a career, and you get right here and the universe is like, all right, you're not growing anymore here. You know, this was the max point of this path. Now we have to turn down a different street and then do it again. And then you go higher the next time. And that turning down a different street is like the breakdown that builds character. You're learning like, wow, this partnership is fabulous, but for some reason I'm being called to turn down this street, and he or she is being called to turn down another street. So it is totally normal for two really awakened, open human beings who really love each other to choose to separate, because sometimes you're only meant to be with each other for a certain period of time. And it's like waiting for that perfect wave. You're waiting for that perfect time to pivot. And I feel like that's what Archangel Michael is saying, is that he's going to guide you through that pivot. He's going to make you feel it in your body. And Mother Mary too. She came through yesterday in my Reiki session. She was hovering right above my client's head. So Mother Mary is 100% guiding your connection. Your soul is calling you to level up. This is where I feel like your habits and your patterns, when you're being called to do things differently, that's a level up. You're expanding. You're turning down a different street. You're saying, I've maxed out where I live. I've maxed out what I'm doing. I'm maxed out, period, and I'm exhausted. And that's when you know you need to turn down a different street. And sometimes we have to stop everything we're doing to get still enough to hear the call of our soul wanting us to be better and to grow. And that's why I'm going on my little vacation. I feel like we already got this card. No? Look for the breadcrumbs. I think maybe I just saw it coming. The breadcrumbs might be, you might be seeing somebody else turn down a different street. You might be hearing about other people going through breakups, changing jobs, moving cities, going on vacations to recharge. I know before I booked my trip, I kept seeing videos of other spiritual teachers and readers who were literally talking about how they went and ghosted for like a month or two to recharge, to really listen to their intuition. And they took that risk. They stopped all their work and they just secluded and did a lot of healing. And I know for me, that started happening in December. I just felt called to stop everything. And it didn't make sense. I'm like, wait, if I stop now, I'm going to lose everything. And it wasn't true. If anything, I expanded, I grew, I attracted new clients, I pushed myself, I signed up for a certification course. I now booked this trip and I'm now going somewhere, and it's going to be so much fun just to recharge and to unplug. And I talk about filming in this cute Airbnb, but what if I don't want to? Then I won't, because this is my first vacation in a really long time. I feel like I've been on a loop for like, not on a loop, but on this path of trying to figure out my path for like 4 years. and nonstop growth and nonstop healing sessions. And now I feel like I'm finally in my groove doing what I love. And now it's time to take a break and celebrate it. So that same message, anytime I go on these little tangents, that's for all of you. Where can you rest more in your life? Call that person. Remember, make sure it's not a story in your head. Tune into how does this person feel? And do they return the same feelings? Because we can create stories about people, but they are not on the same page as us. And manifest more for yourself. This is like the Florence book. All of our desires are literally on the dance floor. We just have to rise up, hop on the dance floor, start dancing, go for jives, take baths, go for hikes, go kayaking, go do things that bring you joy. And that's dancing with the universe. And when you're on the dance floor, that's when things start to come into your life. And then you have to watch that mind that it doesn't talk you out of your worthiness of receiving that good. And making those decisions to change our lives and to turn down a different street, like ending a relationship, moving, booking a trip, maybe signing up for a course to take. Like for me, I did not have the money to sign up for that course, but I did it anyway. I walked in my faith, and literally a couple weeks later, I received double back for that course. And it's just magical how it works. When you walk in your faith and you believe in it, that's the magic of the path. Is the universe will provide you the funds, and you'll never, ever be without. You will always be given exactly what you need when you need it. I was talking with my client yesterday, and she was saying even when she was a kid, they lived in such poverty that she didn't have a warm jacket. She didn't have like shoes. And nowadays she's just like, I know I'll be provided for if I ever go without again, because I believe in the universe and I believe in my guides. All right, final two cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1234, things will start to shift. And remember that your mind will hijack you and keep you from doing the things that from turning down that new street. Your current energy is creating your future. Raise that vibration and know that you are worthy of receiving good. All right, lovies, I am sending you so much love. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. And if you need guidance, if you need support, following your intuition, seeing when you need to rest, maybe turning down a different street in your life, figuratively, book a session with me. I do one-on-one readings. I do manifesting coaching. I would love to assist you on your journey. Everything is in the description box below. Even if you just wanted a quick 30-minute recorded reading sent to your email, I do that too. All the pricing is down below. I don't want you struggling alone. We have the power to co-create the life of our dreams, even during hard times, just like Florence did. And go look up her content. She is amazing. All right, lovies, I will see you in the next one. Peace out.